Inhale, love. Exhale, separation.
On a Friday morning last fall, about 150 incarcerated men sat in a gym and meditated. They gathered for the first time in nearly 2 years. The prisoners are part of a rehab program, bringing in artists and former prisoners to inspire personal growth.
The healing emotionally, I'm a better person. You know, I could serve the community better.
The programs, ranging from addiction treatment to trauma counseling, help the men build skills to re-enter society.
Seen the dog building for the first time, yeah.
But the COVID pandemic put many of these resources on hold. And many of the incarcerated men fell into long periods of depression.
You were stranded. It was like being on an island by yourself. You're in a box with your thoughts.
Group activities, including mental health therapies, were suspended in prisons across the nation.
I wanted to become better. I wanted to be a better me every single day. So I attended these programs daily, and when the pandemic hit, it just came to a complete halt.
Joseph Sena credits programs like these for his own transformation. He was incarcerated at 15 after killing a 25-year-old man. Police said it was gang-related.
That little dark bubble of loneliness, we need these programs. We need them. Because if not, change is impossible.
For Sena, that change began when he was in juvenile detention. He says his childhood was painful and difficult.
I don't remember my mom ever telling me that she loved me. Not one time.
Joining a gang provided him with a sense of belonging for the first time.
That was my outlet. It was the worst way I could have gone, but that's what I knew at the moment.
Sena is now 27.
I don't want a kid that was a lost boy like me to end up in a situation like me or dead, or on death row one day. And families are suffering, his and the community. I don't want to see that.
His relationship with his mother, who was 13 when he was born, has come a long way.
That was like another breath of life for me. Through all these years, I dug deep and went to groups to try to find myself, and I finally did.
Throughout his time behind bars, he's written poetry. One poem is addressed to his victim, a prayer to understand him and his story.
Did you ever feel lost, hurt, or confused? If so, tell me, what did you do? Did you ever seek help? Did you bottle things up? Did you find a way out? Or did you say you were stuck? Did you have this anger and lost in this rage that you couldn't control at such a young age? I know you're not here. I'll remember your name. For you I will live. For us I will change.
Stay writing, bro. That's what's up.
Writing and rhyming were also central to Bobby Gonzalez in his time at Valley State Prison. He returned to the prison last November, the first time he'd been there since he was paroled in 2019. He had served 16 years of a 25-year sentence as a juvenile offender.
Brother, what's going on? To be able to connect with those that I know are the ones who are still there rejuvenating brothers on the yard. I'm coming to rejuvenate them, like they say.
His visit was organized by Lead with Love, an arts and activism initiative.
A really big day for Bobby.
Gonzalez was joined by director Saul Guy, who provided a screening of his film, The Death of My Two Fathers, which is now playing on PBS stations in the U.S. The film's theme of death felt heavy for many of the men who've dealt with their own grief. Sena lost his grandfather during the pandemic. While he and his fellow prisoners remain locked up, with the return of in-person programming, they are optimistic for their futures. Sena becomes eligible for parole next year. Though he won't see his grandfather, he's working on bettering himself in his memory.
Yeah, I think he's proud of me. I think he's my light right now. I know he's taking care of me.
Aaron Morrison, The Associated Press, Chowchilla, California.